Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TOP Episode 6 short. Today, me, Mean Dean, and JG are talking all about some wrestling video games.
Tommy, this isn't a short, it's a promo.
Oh, promo. So, let's I know we're all some game boys, some game fans. Let's talk about, what was your favorite wrestling video game?
Whew. I'll jump into mine because I think it's the most obvious.
Off, man. I got to think for a second here.
Most obvious for me, No Mercy, Nintendo 64. One of the greatest games ever. And there's a few reasons why. They had some great wrestlers in there. So you have your top tier, your second tier. They kind of go down in tiers. So you got your Stone Colds, your Triple H's, your Rock. Pre-King of Kings Triple H.
Is that Triple H with the long pants?
Well, it was just when he switched to the underwear. Why am I saying that's weird when I say that? It's just when he switched to the regular tights, but he still had the singer from the DX song over it. It was pre-Motorhead. They had your Mick Foley's. They had both the Ministry Undertaker and
the regular.
The Judgment Day Undertaker, the American Badass.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I had both those.
Didn't he come out on his intro on the bike too? For the American Badass?
I switched it to the Ministry one.
Okay.
You know what's weird? What's really interesting about the Undertaker in this one is his entrance music is the same as Raw's entrance music.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so he doesn't have his regular,
the dong.
Yeah, well, he not only doesn't have that, he also doesn't.
They don't have the Limp Bizkit.
You're right, they don't have Bizkit because it was when they were transitioning.
Okay.
So they don't have
Didn't he have
Dead
Kid Rock?
Man Walking.
He had a Kid Rock in it too, didn't he?
Yeah, American Badass at one point.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what? So that was my, and then they had Guerrero and Benoit and Jericho and China, and some of them they had S.A. Rios in there.
S.A. Rios.
S.A. Rios. Some of them you could change their outfits, and when you change your outfits on some of them, it switches. So Taka Michinoku, if you change his outfit, it goes to Funaki.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So then they had the championship run that you could pick any championship belt and do the story. So playing it over again, I picked Mick Foley for the hardcore title. APA whooped my ass twice. In backstage. Took my belt because I wouldn't pay him 1,000 G's.
That'll happen.
And the backstage was fun. It's all interchangeable, so you can go different places, but that was definitely my favorite. I haven't jumped back into the creator mode yet, but they have survival mode, they have Royal Rumble, the finishers are easy to hit. So when you the taunts meant something. That's what meant something.
Isn't that when it got you more pumped?
Yeah,
so
the taunts actually helped the meter more than anything else. You do whatever moves you want, but if you weren't doing the taunts, then you weren't getting up to your special. Once you got your special, you had to do the strong grapple, and then you had to hit the stick up, and then you had to hit them with God
damn. I never had the N64, so I'm living this through you guys because,
Well, Tommy, you about to live a double dose of the same dream, man. So my actual entry is, Josh picked WWE or WWF at the time, No Mercy. My entry is actually WCW NWO Revenge, which if you are a gamer, you actually know that's the last game they made for WCW before they transitioned into the WWF when THQ got bought out paid off by WWF to move over. So the reason that one's my favorite, man, is at the time it had the biggest roster I'd ever seen, man. It had so many WCW wrestlers. It was ridiculous, man. But I'll never forget, man. It's me, my buddy Shane, and my buddy Austin, who's just Shane's little brother. Shane's my best friend at the time. But anyways, back to the story. So what we realized you could do is you could actually take over command of the different characters in the different stables, alter them how you want, and just run it through that, man. So what we actually did is we overtook the flock. I ended up being Raven's character and renaming him. My buddy Shane was Billy Kidman, Austin's character was Billy Kidman's reversed. And then Shane's was, I don't know, for some reason I can't remember that one off the top of my head. I think it wasn't Perry Saturn. There was Kidman. Anyways, back to the story. So what you could do is, man, you could actually win the title and outside of the story mode, continue to defend that championship.
Right.
And then you could have that was the first game I had ever played where you could have your buddies run in to defend you, even if you were playing in the story mode. somebody, even if they weren't really in your stable, would randomly run out and either defend you or attack you.
Right.
Man, I mean, that's the same game that caught me pretty much. I mean, you just hold down the stronghold.
Yep.
Once you get the strong grapple, you just flick the trigger and you do it. I mean, that was an amazing game, man. So fluent, it moved so well.
Right.
Nowadays, when we look at the graphics, they're not top notch. But at the time, man, I was like, dang, this is amazing. It really looks good, man.
Yeah.
And then the game individualized every stable, so you knew exactly where you were picking from. Whether it was the Horsemen, the NWO, Raven's Flock, I mean, whatever it is, man. It was just a fun, exciting game, man. I mean,
I dig it, dude. I got to go out and get an N64 to get these games.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm throwing mine back a few years earlier to the Super Nintendo. WWF arcade game.
That was awesome.
That was like, it was on the Genesis. I only had the Super Nintendo growing up.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the ones where you could do like the super special moves?
Yeah, like it was like...
Where Shawn Michaels' super kick would go like 20 people like he was Johnny Cage?
Yeah.
I remember that. That was solid.
He would do like the Hurricane Rana and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't the ring just ridiculously long?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like on both sides?
You'd be like...
Yeah, it's like if you ran, the screen would move with you, and then you'd finally catch the end.
And then, man, isn't that when his Hurricane Rana was like 3-4 pieces long, too? It took forever to finally pull off.
But once it pulled off, like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see every flip in there. It was, wow.
That one was awesome. WWF made some good video games in like the mid-90s.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, I just think video games for wrestling were at a hole at that time. I mean, the only real wrestling game that I could remember that I really didn't like during that time was probably the ECW game. I mean, it was just shoddy all the way through. It was cool. They had some cool concepts in it for me, but it wasn't as smooth as anything else.
Nintendo 64 ECW?
Yeah. And then when PlayStation came out, they dropped it on there, or on the PlayStation version, they had one as well.
Yeah.
What about, did you guys ever play I have it right now in my collection. Did you ever play the WWF Raw when it was like...
Yeah, man.
I have that right now.
Yeah, man.
The only thing I do this with every match, besides the Royal Rumble match they have in there. You get outside the ring, pick up the fucking
man. Yeah.
Beat the
shit out of him, get back in the ring and pin him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So now that we're bringing up that, man, back to my favorite game, man, NWO WCW Revenge, man. That's actually what I used to do, man. I'd take them outside the ring, beat their ass, and either let them get counted out and slide right back in at the 9 count, because it would let you. 9, boom, they get counted out for 10.
Yep.
Or else, you just beat their ass real quick, get them back in the ring, throw in your finisher, boom, you're done, man. Sit there, taunt the crowd 3 times in a row.
Do the DX chop, I love it.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. And then another game I definitely want to put as an honorable mention for me, man, is going to be just SmackDown. For me, it's going to be actually SmackDown 2.
Mm-hmm. Just bring it?
Yes, sir. And the reason is, man, after you finish the story mode, you can continue on with that same character defending the belt against whoever, man. So you could have them random matches against your friends. But not only that, you could throw it back into story mode. And even though it really isn't a story any longer, it just sets up the different cards for the night and things like that. It still makes you feel like you're that man defending that championship every night.
For sure.
And you know what? I bet you I could throw it back in now, throw the memory card in. I'm still a champ.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And man, that shit never, that never goes bad.
Yeah, man. And the coolest part is, man, and you could do 2 players. So me and my buddy Mike Walden would do it, man. And then every time I got to my 10th match win, I'd give him a championship match. And what he'd do, choke. And we always did the crazy championship matches, because that's one of the first games they had the Hell in the Cell. Man, and when you found the pocket where you could actually throw them through to get to the ring, wasn't that the coolest shit in the world? You felt like the Undertaker and Mankind.
Well, one of the things I really liked about No Mercy is that every backstage, so what you could do is, like when I fought the APA, they grappled me and then threw me towards the door. And then all of a sudden, instead of being in the parking lot, I was in the hallway. And then they threw me through another door and I was in the locker room. And they threw me down to go down at the bottom of the screen. And I was out on the stagecoach and with the SmackDown loops.
Yes.
And then if they threw me back further, then I'd be at the ring. So you could go back and forth anywhere you want.
That's so cool.
Without it loading.
See, man, that's really cool, man. And that's how it was for just SmackDown, man. I mean, it was the same way, man. You could throw them in the different areas, and then you'd have the different match types, Man, what were the match types back then? They weren't the ones we're thinking of now, man. I mean, it was Hell in a Cell, and then you'd have your Anywhere Falls count that. And things like that, man. And you'd have the corniest things, man. Like you climb on top of a truck, like a truck or a car in the parking lot, drop some elbow. Yeah. Which even in today's wrestling, is not going to do much, man. But it just looks so cool, man. You could throw them into the car and then it busts the car up. And you're like, okay, I know a human's not going to destroy a car like that. But that's pretty fucking cool.
For sure. So it's part 1 of 3 video games. Tommy, you want to shut it down?
Yeah, man. So shit. Can't believe you're bringing down memory lane with all these video games. I don't even want to stop, but we gotta say something for our next little promo, little short coming up in a little while. So I'm Tommy Gunnz for JG and Mean Dean. See you when we see you.
Love you.
Guns.